Hey Christian, so you're in the Orlando market, right?
Yeah.
So how many deals are you guys doing right now?
Right now we're doing between 8 to 10 deals a month.
Okay, so almost about 100 or 100, 120, somewhere around
Yeah.
that time frame. Okay. And so are you guys primarily wholesaling?
Yeah, all wholesale deals.
Okay. So we talked on Facebook. That's how kind of we got connected or whatever. And you came, reached out to me about the Podio platform. You had mentioned you had gone, looked at Salesforce and some other things. Just out of curiosity, would love to hear your perspective. Like, what made you, want to join our evolution, and like, what are some of the things that you saw that, pretty much sold you on it or whatnot?
So we talked to Salesforce, did a whole consultation with them. They threw out all the bells and whistles, but the price was just so high. And we wanted something that we can customize to ourselves, but we didn't want to build it from the ground up.
Right.
So when I talked to you and you gave me the hey, we have this platform, this is what it does, but you still have to, because our process are different than your process. Like I have a couple salespeople, you only have one, and we're like, I want to be able to customize it specifically for this person and this person, and you're like, yeah, that's you. The onboarding, my software team is able to do it, and one of the things that really caught me was that you're like, it's all yours. You once like if you don't want to work with us, you get to keep it. So everything you build, you it stays with you. So that was one of the biggest things that really like intrigued me, because I didn't want to just take an out of the box thing that I was kind of like handcuffed to the company with.
Right, right.
And because you never know how you might expand, and it might be anything that you can do.
You never know how you're going to evolve and change
Exactly.
and all that. And did you mention something about, like, can you talk about like some of the custom stuff that we're doing, which I think is pretty unique to what you're doing, and pretty cool, honestly. So can you talk about some of that?
So we're doing a couple build outs. We're doing the sales build out. So each one of our agents has their own workspace, and each workspace is communicates with the main workspace. It brings all the sales. So whenever a property is on sale, it brings it to each agent's workspace, so they see the property. But then we're building an autoresponder sequence and follow-up sequence on the sales side for the disposition, so they can deal with all their buyers and send emails, text blasts, all the communication that they do with sellers. We're building it, but on the sales side. And I think that's huge. And then we're doing the lending build out for private money, which allows us to intake a loan. So whenever somebody inputs all the info, just like a seller lead comes in, it intakes all that info. Then we go into an underwriting app, and that one kind of has all these checklists and things, and gives us has a bunch of different formulas for how much we can lend on them. And once we lend on them, then we are building the underwriting app, and that one has a lot of formulas, because it keeps a running balance of the payoff, how much interest they've paid. And then it also builds a like any documents that we need. All the documents are automatically created and stuff, so that we can keep track of any loans that we need to pay off and everything. So those are pretty
Awesome. I mean, ultimately, would you say that the software is probably going to make your business much more efficient, probably much more organized, right? I mean, even if it doesn't even add to the bottom line, it's going to save a lot of stress and reduce the time that it takes for you guys to complete certain tasks or processes. I mean, it should add to the bottom line, but
Oh yeah, I mean, we went through the onboarding process with my acquisitions agents, and they loved it. They were like, "This is so much better. It's so much more organized for them to keep track of the leads, be able to communicate with them, know what is actually happening, and be able to see it." Because a lot of times they were like, "Where do I find this information? Where do I find this information? What does this do, and what does that do?" And with your system, they like during the onboarding process, they were looking at me like so happy, like this is what we've been asking for such a long time.
and you were using Podio already, like another Podio platform or something like that, right?
Yeah. I've used a couple different Podio softwares, build outs. The last one I was using was Investor Fuse, and it's good, but like I said, there's a lot of stuff that it wasn't customizable enough for our business and the things that we wanted. And when I talked to the support, they were like, that's not something we're able to do. So it very limited us to not function as efficiently and as correctly as the process that we truly intended it to do.
Awesome.
So,
Yeah, dude, I really appreciate you, man. And
Yeah,
you know,
man.
anything we can do to help out, you know, if you run into any stumbling blocks that my team can help with, I'll be happy to help in any way I can.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Anytime, dude.